an Adonai sorceress who has killed 2 husbands before you. Think you that she'd spare you her treachery? As you have." Max drew back as if he'd hit him, but he must have rethought that stupidity, because they both knew that Max would never survive a real fight with Falcyn. "If she truly loved you, brother, my spell on your child wouldn't have mattered to her, would it?" Nay, it wouldn't. The truth was an even more bitter pill to swallow. And for that, he hated Max most of all, because now he knew, for an indisputable fact, that he was every bit as unlovable as his dearest mother had proclaimed him to be upon his arrival into this hateful existence. Max drew a ragged breath. "We were cursed from our births, and well you know it. The gods spurned us and our mothers abandoned us. The only hope your son has is that if he is more man than Drake, he won't come under their fire, or notice, or control. That wasn't for you to decide. And you should have never allowed yourself to be used by the Adonai. You know the laws of magic the same as I for this. Some debt will be collected." Falcyn winced at another truth he didn't want to face. "I was to protect him from it. Now," he gestured at the veil that separated this world from the one where Igraine had taken their child to raise him out of his reach and care. There was nothing he could do for his son. So long as Mador lived in his mother's Fey realm, Falcyn couldn't get to him. Not even his powers were that great. "Never, ever speak to me again, Marxus. I'm done with you." Returning to his dragon's body, he spread his wings, intending to fly. "Careful of your ultimatums, brother. Like magic, they come with a terrible bite." Falcyn shot a burst of flame toward him. "And so do I, Max. So do I." 1. "Remy, you can't kill daemons at the front door." Dev Peltier shot across the main bar floor of Sanctuary at a dead run, with his wolf-ware brother-in-law Fang Catalakis hot on his heels. "Sure I can," his identical brother snarled in his earpiece. "Watch me." Dreading the scene of his shape-shifting look-alike ripping the heart out of a daemon on the busy streets of New Orleans underneath a closed-circuit police camera, Dev considered teleporting to stop the coming disaster, but that would only worsen his fiasco, and guarantee them both some special quality time in a high-security government lab someplace where they'd never be seen or heard from again. He and Fang barely reached the open front door in time to grab the tall, muscled mountain that sometimes passed as a human being before Remy ate the petite blonde standing nonchalantly under the outside streetlight. And that bastard fought them with everything he had as they pulled him back from his would-be victim. A victim who didn't appear the least bit concerned that she'd narrowly escaped certain death at the hands of a savage, bare human beast. Remy even bit Dev in the shoulder as he struggled against them. "Damn it!" Dev snarled. "You better have had your rabies shot, boy." Growling in that unique way that only a shape-shifting bear could, Remy continued to try and throw them off so that he could reach the woman, who still hadn't moved. In fact, the daemon yawned, then checked her watch and manicure, as if the entire event left her bored out of her mind. "Can I go in now? You two have him leashed, right?" Fang's jaw dropped at her nonchalant tone. "You know, Medea, given what happened the last time a bunch of you showed up here, you got a lot of nerve." "Of course I do. It's what makes me the bad guy. And I'm told my half-brother's upstairs playing poker with your little brother, so if you don't mind..." She headed inside as if she didn't have a bar full of shapeshifters who'd love to make her their late-night snack. Remy continued to curse them both. "They killed Mama and Papa! How could you let her waltz into our bar like that?" Dev kept his brother in place with his forearm across Remy's throat. "Because if you harm one hair on her head, we'll lose our sanctuary license."